An ordinary man, insurance executive, 45 years old, stumbles to his death on a subway platform in New York City. Or does he? Unbeknownst to his wife or child, his brain is rescued from the accident scene by a secret branch of the United States government and put into the body of an artificially produced 26-year-old man who has the strength of Superman, the speed of Michael Jordan, and the grace of Fred Astaire. The only catch, under penalty of death, he can never let anyone from his past know he is still alive. And that, my friends, is a problem. For this man is desperately in love with his wife, his daughter, and his former life.
Before on Now and Again.
As you know, over the course of the past 10 days, almost 100 New Yorkers have lost their lives in insect attacks. A member of the board of directors of a chain of bait and tackle shops was visited in his sleep by a family of night crawlers that took up residence in his small intestine. And finally, our own head of public health had the grievous misfortune to encounter a scorpion during a moment of reflection between meetings.
What kind of inconsiderate jackass would ring the bell at this hour?
May I use your bathroom?
He's not moving in, is he?
I don't think so. No.
If the next car is red, then you are dragging your sorry butt home and saying whatever it takes to put things back the way they were.
We're closed. Butterflies feed on corn. They need corn pollen to survive. But these big conglomerates, these produce giants that have taken over America's family farms, they grow transgenic corn that's been genetically altered to be bug-proof.
Dr. Bing.
Mr. Shipman, speak of the devil.
I'm not financing your bug research so you could put out reports like this.
All that report says...
All it says is that we're destroying the planet, Dr. Bing. And just who do you think you are anyway? The mayor of Bugtown?
This is Lisa Wiseman.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Wiseman. This is the school nurse.
You phoned the administration office this morning and told them Heather was running a fever?
Didn't you?
Oh. So what really brought you back here? Just drawn back? Just couldn't stay away? So where were you?
First, we have to know where they are going to be. Then we have to find something fast enough, agile enough, to catch something that is able to fly, or walk up walls, or crawl through a crack the size of a needle.
I might know someone who could do that. Mr. Wiseman, what is that sound?
Company.
What do you mean, company?
I mean, it's showtime. That's right. Just relax. Nobody's gonna try and catch you. You just stay right over there, doing your bee thing, and I'll just stay right over here, doing my Michael thing.
Gangway! Mr. Wiseman, I need to know what's happening. I need to know what's up.
What's up? The bee! The freaking bee is up!
I have no idea. Mr. Wiseman, tell me you've got that bee.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
The bee, Mr. Wiseman, do you still have visual contact?
Oh no, gotta go, Doc.
please. I'm a doctor.
Don't worry. The fall was a little rough, but the little bastard's fine.
Now, what little bastard would you be referring to?
Oh, that's funny. You wouldn't have any morphine on you, would you? Convenient liquid, chewable tablet? I'm not fussy.
Let's move it! Let's go!
Go on, bring the stretcher in, please.
Step aside, folks.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but you're scaring away all the solicitors and door-to-door salesmen and religious zealots. So. Okay, you win. I'll come out. Almost summer.
Almost.
You know there's a conversation that we need to have.
I think I'm gonna move into a hotel.
Watch. You gotta know there is no one else in the whole world I would rather have sleeping on my couch.
Yeah, I know.
But I think that we have exceeded my own personal statute of limitations on how long I can have a guest in my house. I really need to be able to fight with my daughter without keeping my voice down. I need to be able to go into the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning and turn on the light without waking somebody up. And I need to know that it's okay to occasionally walk around in my underwear. You know what I mean?
None of these things is a problem for me. Yeah, I've been getting that underwear feeling myself. So that's why I've been thinking, while we move into a hotel.
You can go home. Have you even talked? Talking's good. Sometimes the other person actually hears you.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, there's part of me. I miss her. Believe it or not, I miss her carping. I miss the way she sit next to me at the country club, count my drinks. I miss her smell. And then there's the other hand.
This is my fault. You know, it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't let you list your house.
Oh, baloney. If it hadn't have been this, it would have been the new car, or where to go for the vacation, or the color of the, I don't know what.
Excuse me. I need to get the paper for my homework. Sorry.
I need to figure out what I am going to say to her. Maybe you should try and think about what you want to say to Ruth.
Doc, something terrible's happened. Somebody shut off the whirlpool. I smell sabotage.
Mr. Wiseman, you've been soaking in that thing for hours. Any muscle soreness or outer skin tenderness caused by your fall should have abated long ago.
Really? Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you, Doc. Guess I'm getting old. Plug it back in, will you? I probably only need another 15, 20 minutes.
What you need is to get up and move around.
What I need is one of those cold, frosty drinks with a paper umbrella in it. You know the kind I'm talking about.
Get out.
Oh, calm down. Learned men can disagree about these things.
Now.
Examination results on our favorite flying stinging machine.
Stinger? I'll take one of those.
Well, turns out this bee stinger was covered with fluid that contains strains of a deadly botulism. And thankfully, our friends at the lab removed it. And according to this, he's normal in every other way.
So what are you saying? Human being dipped that bee into some kind of goo and turned it into a killing machine?
Well, then this is easy. Whoever it is had to sneak in there to get the bee into the deputy mayor's office. We just need to check every log and every security camera.
But Mr. Wiseman indicated that the bee made his entrance through an air conditioning duct.
Fine, whatever. The person behind this crawls through the duct, then pushes the bee through the grate.
And says, "Don't sting me. Sting that specific man there." I don't think so. There's a book I need in my special library. Would you get it for me?
Political cartoons. Political cartoons. Political cartoons. Hey, I know you. Mom. Mom! Mommy!
Say it again.
I saw this man yesterday. I was at the museum and I saw this man.
All right, so what? I don't mean to be cold, but everybody has to be someplace before they die. I mean, all right, you saw this man in the museum or someone who looks like him. Why are you so upset? You didn't know him.
Mom, you don't understand. I was in this room filled with bugs, and I was with this man, Dr. Bing, who, lives for bugs. And then this guy walks in, and he is really angry, and now he's dead, and bugs killed him.
Heather, sweetheart, are you perhaps trying to suggest that there might be a link between these events? And that perhaps this man's anger toward your friend, the bug doctor, somehow precipitated his death? And that the ants ate him in an act of vengeance? Cupcake, come on, you're smarter than that. That can't really be what's got you so upset.
Uncle Roger, bite me.
Heather!
Forget it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I know you meant it in the nicest possible way.
You know what? I've had it. I've had it with this. I don't know who this man is. Do you? No. So what are we talking about? I know Heather, okay? Me. I know Heather. The bugs are doing crazy things, and yes, I am scared, but you know what? That's not my department. Heather misses school. Now, that is my deal. And frankly, I'm not too happy with how my deal is going. So excuse me, forgive me, if I am not so anxious to worry about strangers getting eaten by bugs.
Mom, I'm not saying that I know anything. I'm just saying that I have a sense about this, that this is all connected in some way. Dr. Bing, this man, and the bugs. And that it just is all connected somehow. And I'm just saying that maybe we should just tell somebody.
Tell somebody what? Tell whom?
I don't know, the police, somebody.
Press 1 if this is an emergency call. Press 2 for a non-emergency call. I'm gonna say 2. Press 1 if you're calling about a criminal matter. Press 2 if you're calling about a civil matter. Gotcha. Press 1 if your call involves the commission of a street crime. Press 2 for all other matters. I'm gonna go for 2. All other matters in this situation. I'm on hold. And there's music. It's the theme from Cops. It's a joke. Oh, hello. I'm not sure that I have the right department, but my daughter wanted me to call you because she feels that she has information about this crazy bug thing that's going on. What kind of information she met a man. And she feels that he may have some connection to this bug thing. Excuse me? Are you snickering? No, I don't appreciate that. And how can you ask me that? You don't even know my daughter. For your information officer, she happens to be a pretty terrific kid most of the time. And she's just trying to call you up and be a good citizen and give you information on this. I'm on hold.
Why don't you hang up, climb in the car, and go see this guy? I'm going into New York, look for a hotel room. You two need a lift?
Well, Uncle Roger, that would be great. Thank you.
Heather? Bite me.
There's a tradition in Europe that has to do with the special relationship between beekeepers and their bees. When a beekeeper dies, it's customary for members of their family to visit the hives and actually inform the bees of his passing. Telling the bees. That's what the ceremony is called. Here it is. 1978. A beekeeper in the town of Stanhope, England, died. His family and children went to his hives and spoke to his bees, then joined the mourners at the gravesite nearly 3 miles away. Listen to this. A short time into the ceremony, mourners heard a loud buzzing, then saw the swarm, thousands of bees, but not a single mourner was stung. The bees ignored the flowers and people and landed on the beekeeper's casket, settling there motionless for over an hour, finally leaving and flying back to their hives.
Dr. Morris, with all due respect, you're not suggesting what you just read us is science, are you? You know and I know that that story is an anecdotal, old world, old wives' tale.
But gentlemen, think about it. In the last quarter century, communication by the highest form of life, mankind, has in fact been simplified, reduced to a series of zeros and ones, a simple binary code. Now, is the idea that someone can insinuate themselves into the entomological mysteries by which lower forms of life commune with one another really so far-fetched? Just for a moment, suppose there exists out there someone who knows virtually everything there is to know about insects, someone who has spent their entire life in the presence of bugs, studied their evolution, studied their mating habits, their reproductive cycles, their migratory patterns, their social structures. Someone who has devoted himself to exploring the methods and rituals and intricacies by which they communicate. Just suppose.
A Bugmeister.
Exactly.
They're open until 8:30 tonight.
No problem.
I'm sorry about everything, about lying to you, about cutting school, about calling everything ugly. And thank you for listening to me, and thank you for doing this.
I'm not really doing anything. I'm just sitting here watching the scenery go by. I think maybe you are thanking the wrong person.
Uncle Roger,
Yes, Cupcake.
how come I call you all kinds of nasty names and are mean to you all the time and show you virtually no respect, yet you're still nice to me?
I like you, Polka Dot. Always have. Liked you from the second you were born. Still got the cigar your dad gave me when he brought you home from the hospital. Sorry about that. It's the way it is.
This is the only way you can think of to do this?
Mr. Wiseman, the only hope we have of finding this bug maven,
Bugmeister.
Bugmeister, is releasing his warrior bee in the slender hope of having him lead us back to his master, queen, or whomever it is he's taking orders from.
I know, but...
Now, we can't reasonably expect a human being, and let's use Special Agent Number 1 as an example, to be able to follow this common bumblebee through the city at night, over trees and fences, flying hither and yon. It makes no sense. No, we have to outfit our bee with some sort of tracking device so we can follow it electronically. Now, unfortunately, the only tracking device we happen to have on hand is in your nose, so to speak. In any event, in order for us to do this thing tonight before this bugmonger...
Bugmeister.
Right. Makes any more trouble, I've got to get that little bugger out of your head.
Now, just breathe deeply. It'll all be over before you know it.
Authorities for both the city and federal health organizations continue to strongly discount theories that suggest the current rash of insect-related fatalities are in any way connected, despite the fact that all the victims appear to be in pest control or other environmentally volatile industries.
They want a declaration? You want me to send them a manifesto? Here's who I am and here's what I want? They must think I'm an idiot. Why would I do that? This is much more elegant. Let society do the math. Only those who kill bugs and foul the planet seem to be dying. What can I do to make sure that I'm not bitten or stung? Perhaps I should stop killing and polluting. What did you say? I know you disagree. You think it's all too subtle. Well, you may be right. It may be that what they need is a dose of pestilence, something on a grand scale, something to get their attention. Something to let them know we mean business.
Mr. Wiseman.
You mutilate that bee the way you did me?
How's our little patient doing?
As soon as the anesthesia wears off, we'll roll down the window, throw him outside, and see where he goes.
As long as you had me on that table, you could have at least done a little eye work.
He's on the air, and he's heading due north.
He's heading due north. Let's follow the truck, see where it takes us.
Wait! Let's go home.
Let's go home?
I suddenly have a feeling that I messed up here.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's 8 o'clock at night, and I'm showing up with my mother to say to a guy that's been nothing but nice to me, hey, isn't this the guy that came in the other day and yelled at you? And isn't it a little bit weird that killer ants ate him for a midnight snack? You were right, Uncle Roger. That's crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. Can we just go home?
Heather Elizabeth Wiseman, we just drove an hour and 15 minutes through rush hour traffic because you sensed a connection between the man in the newspaper and a man in the museum.
I know that,
But this had better be a really good but.
But I just think I was wrong, and I just want to go.
No big deal. I just drive you both back to New Rochelle and
get myself a hotel room tomorrow.
Shut that off.
Yes, ma'am.
I did not drive all the way in here to turn around and drive all the way back without finding out something about where you've been, what you've been doing, who you've been doing it with. Now hear this, young lady. I am going in there and I'm finding me a bug man. Now you can come with or you can stay here. But this is me going.
So...
Mom! Mom!
Fancy meeting you here. What were the chances of that?
Mom, please don't go in there.
Well, look, we've been through this. I'm not turning around and going home.
I know, but what I'd really like is to go in there by myself.
That's not going to happen.
No, Mom, I'm serious. If you go in there, I'm gonna die.
Well, welcome to the club, little girl. You know, you have got me so worked up about newspapers and bugs and strange men. I'm actually worried that if you go in there alone, that you are going to die.
Mom, think about that. That's crazy.
But that's what you said.
I know, but that's because I'm crazy. Mom, I mean, he's no killer. He studies bugs. And you know what? He looks like he studies bugs. He's tiny and he's skinny and you know what he is? He's a man. He's a man who was nice to me when I felt that nobody else was being nice to me. And I want to say goodbye to him. And yeah, I know all the stuff I did was stupid and wrong and I'll never do it again. But I want to say goodbye to him by myself. You know, like a grown-up, like a sane person.
I am going to press 911, and if he so much as looks at you sideways, you press send. I'll be waiting in the car. If you are 1 second more than 15 minutes, you really cannot imagine just how embarrassing and humiliating I can be, or how much physical pain I can inflict.
Don't worry, Mom. It won't happen. Start your clock now.
Hold everything. Our flying friend seems to have stopped. Sir.
I believe the Eagle has landed.
Thank goodness. Guide us in.
It's bringing up kids. I don't think people were meant to do it alone.
My goodness. I thought we'd lost you. Where have you been?
So here you are. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I just was upstairs in the vivarium and I didn't see you. So.
Isn't it late for you to be in the city? It's a school night.
Yeah, I got busted. My mom found out I was cutting school and coming here, so it's a long story. What's with the bee?
I think it's been butchered.
What? What are you talking about?
Looks to me like someone's cut it open and sewn it back together.
Why would someone do that?
I don't know.
Put this in your ear and I'll guide you there.
Aren't you afraid?
Of what?
No tracking device. What, slip your mind?
Mr. Wiseman.
Oh, relax. I know the drill. You know where my wife and daughter hang their hats. No one's running anywhere.
I appreciate that, Mr. Wiseman.
Don't mention it.
Looks like someone might have put something electronic in it.
Look, I'm not gonna be here that much longer.
Why? This bee is bugged.
What? What are you talking about?
Do you think maybe they know?
Maybe who knows what? Hey! Bughead! Do you even hear me? Do you even care that I'm here? Do you have any idea how much trouble I've gotten into for coming here? And all I wanted to do was to say goodbye. One hug, and that would have been it. And everyone would have felt good about it. What is your problem?
Excuse me? I don't have a problem. I know my place in the world. It's people with an overblown sense of themselves that have problems. They step on people and things, call them mean-spirited names, and then cry foul when they're bitten or stung.
Like that man that was in here the other day.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing. I'm not suggesting anything. I really have to go now.
Did you tell anyone about seeing that man in here the other day?
No, nobody, I swear.
Heather, did you tell anyone? Anyone about who you saw in here the other day?
No, nobody.
Did you?
I swear. What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
Who's this, the older brother?
Come on, Mr. Newman. Let's get out of here. This guy's crazy.
Mr. Wiseman, who is that you're talking to?
Come on, Mr. Newman. Let's go. My mom's outside. She can give you a ride.
Mr. Wiseman, what's going on?
Mr. Newman, come on. Let's go. If I don't get out of here right now, my mom's gonna send in the militia.
Go.
What?
Go!
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude, but this is museum property. I don't think you're authorized to be down here.
Oh, that's all right. I'm with the government. I hear you need help. Here you have a little bit of an insect problem.
The government, huh? Actually, I do have a bit of a problem. Some animal has cut open one of my bees and inserted some kind of transmitter inside him. Wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Bullseye.
Yeah, I've run with some bees in my time. Let me take a look. You have any hobbies? Oh, talk about a small world.
You two know each other?
We took a nasty fall together once.
Dr. Morris, we just lost position. In fact, we just lost everything.
What did you just do? It's okay. He was in a lot of discomfort. Have you ever had a transmitter you didn't want inserted into your body? Trust me, this is my area. Besides, it's not like you would have been around to take care of him.
Oh, really? Where am I going?
Oh, come on. You know where you're going? We both do. And they're not going to let you take any of your little friends with you. I mean, it's not like that movie was called Bugman of Alcatraz.
The arrogance. You build a suspension bridge, you put a few tire tracks on the moon, you come up with a way to encode a few thousand volumes of knowledge on a computer chip, and you think it's this profound accomplishment. You totally, brazenly forget your roots. One of you paints a church ceiling with big clouds and lightning bolts and a guy with a beard. Stop everything. A work of art, that's genius. But have you ever bothered to look closely at a spider web or a rasher of honeycomb? Michelangelo, the Sistine Chapel, the story of creation? Ha! Makes my blood curdle. Creation started in the ground, in the dirt, in the swamps with them.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
They're mourning. Mourning their friend. Telling me it's time to do something meaningful. Million bees buzzing throughout the metropolitan area. Their stingers filled with bubonic plague. You think that will get everybody's attention? Come on. It's all right.
Mr. Wiseman, what's going on down there? Mr. Wiseman, have you contained the situation? Mr. Wiseman.
No. Have not contained the situation. Actually, I think I've made it worse. Look at the last minute of your life. Hey, Doc, you need to seal off the basement skylight that's visible on 78th Street. We've got 250,000 angry bees in here, and you don't want any of them getting away.
There's already a containment team on the way, Mr. Wiseman.
Wow. What brings you here?
Oh, me? Nothing much. Looking for a tracking device, actually. Tough to come by. Take me 10 days to replace. I heard there might be one in here. You didn't happen to come across one during your adventures tonight, did you?
It may have gone buzzing by at some point. But in all the confusion, it's a shame. I used to have one. 10 days, huh?
Mm-hmm.
$1,000,000 to know what you're feeling.
Numb. Does that count as a feeling? Numb?
Sure, it counts.
But I don't get it. She came back on time, in one piece. She gave you a kiss and said, "Thank you, Mommy." I mean, speaking as a daddy, I think that's hitting the jackpot.
I don't know.
What don't you know? She told you what happened. She gave him the bad news. He hugged her goodbye. Now it's over, and all you have to do is count your blessings. Somehow I failed to hear you counting your blessings.
Well, I'm sorry. There was something about the look on her face when she got back in the car. Made me think there wasn't more to the story.
Well, of course there was more to the story, but trust me, it's stuff that you don't want to know. And Lisa, that is... it's nature's plan. At a certain point, they reach an age at which they don't want to tell you everything, and that's the way it's meant to be. Believe me, you reach a certain age, and your heart just won't take it.
You know, it wasn't this way when there were two of us. If she were mad at me, she could always go to Michael. If she had an issue with Michael, she could always cuddle up to good old Mom. But somehow, between the two of us, you know,
Give me a sign. Blow me a kiss through space and time.